Happy 4-4 Eagles. On today's fabulous edition of Eagle TV 2.0, we have a new entertainment update with Charlize, a special cooking of Christina, and finally, a look back at March Madness with Aiden and Frank. It all starts right now.
What's up, Eagles? I'm Jaden Ficklin.
And once again, I'm Kellen Levy. Jaden, before we kick off this fabulous show today, we first have an announcement.
A huge congratulations to our varsity softball team for defeating JSerra yesterday in the bottom of the 7th.
The game was a pitcher's duel with the score being 0-0 going into the bottom of the 7th. The inning started with a leadoff double by senior Madison Rosenbaum.
After a walk and a hit by pitch junior Brinkley Jan Canish hit a single for the middle for a walk-off 1-0 over the Little Lion Cats at JSerra.
Great job, girls. Now make sure to fill the nest for their next game, which is tomorrow against Mater Dei.
First pitch is at 3:30.
Well, now that that's over with, Jaden, do you keep up with the entertainment world at all?
No, I can't say I do, but entertainment is kind of like hosting with Luke Mooney. I don't want to do it, but it kind of just happens. Fortunately, we have Charlize in the studio to update us on what's been going on in the entertainment.
Thanks so much. Good morning, Santa Margarita, and happy Tuesday. I am your entertainment reporter, Charlize Haddad, here with another update. Now, since it is the beginning of the month, let's talk about some new April releases. First off, a new movie called Paint is going to be released this week. Paint is inspired by the Bob Ross story and is about a painter named Carl who rises to fame because of his famous painting show. He is well known and loved by the people at his station, but when a new young painter gets hired on the channel, he starts to rethink his talents. The movie stars Owen Wilson and will be released to theaters this Friday on April 7th. Next, a new movie, Sweetwater, is coming out next week. Sweetwater is about Nathaniel Clifton, a star player of the Harlem Globetrotter basketball team who makes history when he becomes the first African American to sign a contract with the NBA. Sweetwater will be released to theaters on April 14th. That is all I have to tell you guys about today. I am your entertainment reporter, Charlize Haddad. Now sending it back to Jaden and Kellen.
Fantastic as always, Charlize.
Indeed. Anyways, Kellen, I've heard you like to cook.
Yeah, you know, recently I've been spending some more time in the kitchen, perfecting my skills and crafts, but I've been struggling to find some new recipes.
Well, lucky for you, we have Christina here for another cooking segment, perfect for this Lenten season. Let's take a look at what she has for us.
Good morning, Assam. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make fish tacos. Start by making some pickled onions. Pour 1/3 cups of sugar in a container or jar. Then add 1 teaspoon of salt, and finally add 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. Whisk the mixture together and add 1 small sliced red onion. Next, to make the marinade for the fish, start with 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil in a large mixing. Then add 1 teaspoon of chili powder and 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Next, add half a teaspoon of paprika, 3/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix it together and add 1.5 pounds of white flaky fish in cubes. I'm using cod. Make sure that the marinade covers the fish and then cover the bowl and set it aside so that the fish can marinate. While the fish marinates, we can make the crema. So in a medium mixing bowl, add half a cup of mayonnaise, half a cup of sour cream, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, 1 to 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, and 1 minced garlic clove. Then whisk it together and place it in the fridge. Get a non-stick skillet and place it on a medium to high heat. Wait until it is hot and then add the fish. Cook it for 3 to 4 minutes and then reduce the heat to medium and cook for about 2 minutes more or until the fish is flaky with a fork. Then to assemble your tacos, place the fish on toasted flour or corn tortillas along with some avocado, cabbage, and cilantro, and of course your pickled onions and crema. That is how you make fish tacos. See you next time, Eagles.
Yummers. That was indeed fire, Christina.
I couldn't agree more. Before we wrap up today's show, we have a recap on the men's March Madness finals.
Let's see it, boys.
What is up, Eagles? This year's March Madness has been filled with major upsets, which has resulted in a Final Four of the University of Miami versus UConn and Florida Atlantic versus San Diego State.
This year's Final Four is also the first time in the NCAA tournament history without any 1 through 3 seeds in the mix, with 3 of these teams never making the finals before, being Miami, FAU, and SDSU.
Oh, dude, that's unbelievable. Really shows an emphasis on the madness of March Madness.
Yeah, March is indeed mad. Moving along, the first game was FAU versus SDSU, where it came down to the wire with a game-winning buzzer beater by SDSU's Lamont Butler after SDSU trailed against FAU by 14 points at half. SDSU won the game 72-71. What a comeback by SDSU to make their first national championship appearance.
The second Final Four game to talk about is the University of Miami versus UConn, which resulted in UConn beating the University of Miami 72-59 with a dominant performance by UConn's Adama Sanogo with 21 points and 10 rebounds. UConn moves on to their 5th national championship appearance.
And finally, let's talk about the championship game last night between the UConn Huskies and the San Diego State Aztecs. In the first half, UConn held SDSU to only 24 points with good defensive plays by the Huskies. And in the second half, SDSU just couldn't catch up to UConn's 3-point shooting and defensive stops, with UConn going on to win their 5th NCAA national championship by a score of 76-59, with Adama Sanogo winning NCAA Tournament Most Outstanding Player. UConn has had the most NCAA championships since 2000, with their record being 5-0 in those championship games. Wow.
Unbelievable performance from one of the best collegiate basketball schools. Great job, Huskies.
Well, that's all we have for this March Madness update. I'm Jack.
And I made it. Now sing it back to Kellen and Jaden.
Thank you, boys, so much for the update. I just want to add in, I had San Diego State and Miami in my Final Four, my bracket, so it turns out everything went pretty well for me, but looks like we're going to wrap it up for today's edition of Eagle TV 2.0. I'm Kellen Levy.
And I'm Jaden Ficklin. Just a reminder, tomorrow there is a home swim meet against Mater Dei tomorrow here at SM at the pool. Thank you, Eagles, and we'll see you next time.